Hi everyone, and welcome to Back to School Night for the 2021-2022 school year. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I appreciate your time in joining us here in the virtual art classroom. My name is Mrs. Potash, and I am the art teacher here at MBMS. A little bit about me. I grew up in Seal Beach, which is not too far away from here at the north point of Orange County. I absolutely love animals. I have 4 cats and 1 dog. And when I'm not spending time with my friends or family, I love to paint. In this slide, you can see I'm with one of my paintings there. It's a little bit cut off in the photo, but I love to make very large paintings, and a lot of them are of reflective objects. I also love to exercise and do anything active. And currently, Mr. Potash and I are expecting our very first baby any day now, really. So I'm actually out on maternity leave. Most of you probably already know that. Miss Woltman is the substitute who is taking over for me. So I'm excited to give you a little bit more information about who Miss Woltman is. She's comes with a very extensive background in the fine arts. She received her bachelor's from Northwestern University in studio art and English, and she has her PhD in art history and art criticism from Stony Brook University, which is in New York, and she just received her credential for visual art in June, and she's done 2 long-term assignments in the MiraCosta Art Department, so I believe 1 other long-term sub-assignment in an art classroom at a middle school. So she also has 2 kiddos herself, loves kids, and so I know that our students in the art program will be in fantastic hands with Miss Woltman. And it will be my 13th year teaching in the art classroom. I absolutely love teaching art. It's my dream job, and truly it's so tough to be away from my students right now. So I'm looking forward to returning back to the classroom in just after the new year. A little bit about the courses here at MBMS. We have intermediate art and advanced art, which are both year-long classes. And we also have the elective wheel, which at this point I just have a 6th grade wheel. But we have offered 7th and 8th grade wheel before, and I have taught the art wheel classes at every grade level. And the wheel is great for giving kids a little sampler of the exploratories in a trimester long length of time, and a basic introduction to visual arts, and to see if they want to take any of the year-long classes here. So for our year-long classes, intermediate art and advanced art are designed to give students a strong foundation in fine art skills. And we do focus mostly on drawing and painting, but we also have sculptural units. We do some paper mache. We do sometimes we do some fiber dyeing. We do some printmaking in intermediate art, watercolor unit. We try to mix it up, but we do focus on the foundation, a strong foundation for our art students. And all of the classes are based on the California State Standards for the visual arts and the Common Core, as well as the elements of art and principles of design. We use Google Classroom, and I've been using it for many years now, and I absolutely love Google Classroom. It's a great place to keep all of the assignments, to keep reminders about due dates and other information, as well as the art history presentations that I share with our students and different video resources. All the learning resources are on Google Classroom, and it's a great tool for the students to be checking notifications and have those notifications turned on for their daily reminders. But for the most accurate grades, please check Aries, because sometimes a student will click that they've finished an assignment on Google Classroom, but they may not have necessarily turned it in. They've just clicked that they've done it, so it'll say that all of their work is complete. However, it's quite possible that it hasn't actually been physically turned in, and I know now that we're back in person, items are going to be submitted in person and possibly also digitally. So depending on what Miss Woltman would like, but I do like to collect work physically myself. So I would say checking Aries for the most accurate grade updates is a great habit for our students to get into. And here, if you'd like to know more about each course offered at MBMS, I do have an art class website. The students don't need to check this website. It's mostly just for keeping a portfolio of student work. So I have our intermediate, all the projects that the students learn for intermediate art and advanced art is here on the website. So you can learn more about each class here. And in this screencast view, the tabs at the top of this website are being cut off a little bit. So I encourage you to go and see the full website. If you have time to do so, or if you're interested, it's mbmsartclass.com. And again, here's our 6th grade wheel projects. So the students can get a little preview of what they're going to be covering in the class, which is great. For grading policy, the class is graded based on the grading scale outlined in the MBMS handbook, and you can see our grading scale here, but each art project is graded by what I call my 4 C's of visual arts grading, based on criteria, craftsmanship, concentration, and creativity. And I feel that this grading scale really evens the playing field for all levels of art expertise. So if students feel like, they love art, but they think maybe they aren't the best at it, which happens a lot, our students will say like, I don't think I'm that great at art. And of course, they're usually incredibly fantastic at it. They're just feeling a little nervous about art. But I would say if they follow the instructions and work hard, that's criteria and concentration. That's half the points right there. So it just gives kids a little bit more of an even playing field, meaning like, if they can follow the instructions and work hard, they're halfway there. And then their originality and attention to detail are the other aspects of that grading criteria. And then it's important to note that for the wheel, it is a pass-fail class. And so I will be grading everything traditionally. Every project has a very specific set of grading criteria for all of the courses, and it's outlined right, before the project. The kids are very clearly told, these are the skills that we're working on. This is what I'm looking for each project, so that they can meet those set of grading criteria. And then for the only differences for the wheel is at the end of the trimester, the traditional point system will transfer to either a pass or a fail. The student should not worry about failing, because it very, very rarely happens. It only happens maybe if someone doesn't do their work or they don't follow instructions and they miss a lot of assignments. The wheel is really set up for students to let go of that stress and not worry so much about the grade, but really, as long as they're following instructions and turning everything in for the wheel, they'll have no problem passing. And the pass-fail is set at 75. If a student receives a pass, it affects their GPA as if they received an A on their report card. If you have any more questions about the grading scale, please reach out to Ms. Woltman or myself, and we would be happy to talk to you more about it. My teaching philosophy for the fine arts is that we really need to learn the rules like a pro so that we can break them like an artist. And what that means essentially is that we're here to gain a strong foundation in the visual arts, and that will be transferable skills to many different courses and many different aspects of our lives. And right now, our job fields are really looking for innovative thinkers and creative problem solvers. And what we're doing here in the visual arts every day is solving visual problems, right? We're learning how to really hone in on those creative problem solving skills and become more creative thinkers. So we're learning a foundation, and there's definite skill building here, but I'm also trying to foster originality and creativity every day here in the art classroom. And I also believe so strongly in the importance of making things, right? As humans, we need to make things. It's so essential for us in our well-being to build, to make, create, whether that be cooking or gardening or building something out in the garage. It's just good for us to spend some time every day creating. So I really try to instill that passion that I have for making art into my students, and I love sharing that with them. And so how you can reach Ms. Woltman or I, if you'd like to meet with us or have any concerns or questions for us, please email. I, again, am out through the new year, but please email Ms. Woltman to set up an appointment with her. I tell my students all the time that if you want to talk to us, it's the best idea to talk to us in class, or to say, hey, can I come at tuition, or can I come at lunch, or can I meet with you after school? Just touching base in person in class is always the best first step for students. And then, of course, we do encourage them to email us, and we try to get back to you in an email within 24 hours. And if you don't hear back from us, please email us again. As you can see, there are 2 email addresses here. So we're checking both of our email accounts. And so we do look forward to speaking with you and connecting as soon as we can. And thank you so much for watching our back to school night presentation, our virtual back to school night. And I wish you all a really positive and safe and healthy 2021-22 school year. And again, I really look forward to rejoining my students in the early spring. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye.